Gottardo Piazzoni is a Swiss-born Italian painter. His family moved to California when he was a teenager. In 1887, him and his family emigrated to America, joining his father, who had started a dairy farm in Carmel Valley with the proceeds of fortune earned in Australia. Growing up on a farm taught the young Piazzoni a respect for animals and nature. From 1891 to 1894, Piazzoni attended the California School of Design. At the age of 19, Gottardo Piazzoni attended the California School of Design. At the school, he studied landscape painting with Raymond Deb Yelland and was inspired by his teacher from France, Arthur Matthews. He was a young decorative master who just moved from France. In the City of Lights, he studied at the private Académie Julian and the official École des Beaux-Arts. At this time, he had very close relation with his roommate, Granville Redmond, who was a very talented Californian painter. Granville Redmond taught Gottardo a sign language and became a lifelong friend with him. In 1898, both his mother and brother died. Piazzoni was depressed in France. He returned to California and joined the San Francisco Art Association. In 1900, he accompanied his father to Switzerland, then went back to Paris for a short time. Then in 1901, he returned to San Francisco again and he exhibited his work with the San Francisco Art Association. However, in 1902, he led the California Association of Artists in breaking away from the well-established organization over exhibition politics and other policies. However, he did not give up and started to develop mature style of painting. He artistically was influenced by teacher Arthur Matthews, Swiss symbolist painter Giovanni Segatini, French muralist Pierre-Cecil Puvis de Chabannes. Piazzoni's works are harmonious and simple. He often only used few elements in his paintings, such as the earth, sea, and sky. He also liked to play with perspective and composition of the elements so often. The scales of elements are so real in his painting as you see in his painting. Many of his paintings were misty and impressionist style. He also developed tonalism style in his art. According to the dictionary, tonalism is an artistic style that emerged in the 1880s when American artists began to paint landscape forms with an overall tone of colored atmosphere of mist. Between 1880 and 1915, dark, neutral hues such as gray, brown, or blue often dominated composition by artists associated with the style. Gottardo Piazzoni once called his tonalism style as California style because of the mist and warm feelings of California. Piazzoni had his first successful solo exhibition in 1905 at the Mechanics Institute Pavilion. He also got married one of his artist friend's sister, Maurice Delmieux, and went back to Europe with her for 2 years. Then came back to San Francisco, but the earthquake took away his studio. In 1914, he painted a piece called Lux Aeterna, which had internal meaning of celebrating rebirth of San Francisco from the earthquake. Later, this mural became famous, and he started to receive major mural commissions, which resulted in him to paint mural for San Francisco Library for architect George W. Kelham. It later became Piazzoni's the best-known public work. There are many unique characteristics to be considered as California art. Most of the time, the paintings from California artists are very simple, used watercolor, and warm. Many artists drew everyday life or a landscape of the California art, were more poetic and literal rather than being too abstract or surreal like the other artists often do. California art has few significant factors. First of all, California artists appreciated the nature. A lot of great landscape paintings in 19th centuries were from California artists. Because of the gifted weather and a lot of breathtaking places like Grand Canyon in California, artists were inspired by the nature and tried to capture the beauty of it. California art was influenced by the big events happened in 1920 history such as Gold Rush. It resulted artists to acknowledge the importance of community as well as appreciating the new culture. Artists tried to capture daily lives of people while a lot of immigrants from Europe and Asia was affecting US culture. Especially Spain and Mexico influenced California artists' style during the 1920s. Diego Rivera is one of the examples. Overall, California art was influenced by multicultural, appreciated the beauty of nature, and tried to capture ordinary daily lives of people.